Hello, welcome to the Q. It is the US Turn 4 BBR 1940 setup, and it is a disastrous day at the Q. Why? Well, not because Calcutta fell, child's play. Because our other game over here, our second Global War 36 game of the lockdown, I am the Axis. My youngest son was the Allies, and my oldest son was Russia. My youngest son just took out Italy, removing all those victory points. The Axis and Russia were tied, but now Russia has the advantage, and I can't get Italy back in time for them to completely surrender. Game, set, and match. Russia wins. And doesn't matter, Axis would have been second, but who cares? Russia wins the war based off the victory points that are assessed. So they were dancing around the room, lots of Russian music being played of all sorts of weird Russian songs. So that is the end of that game, and they were happy to beat the old man. So back to reality. And here is the purchases for the US. They spent 7 on their research, which they got. I usually only spend 5, but I spent an extra couple just, and as I'm buying, I probably shouldn't have, because I could have used them to do something a little different. But the research that the Allies have is shipyards. So if you can see, get the glare off there, I have a reduced cost for all the ships. So, like the subs are 5, transports are 5. So here's my purchase with the remaining $70. Yeah. 2 fighters, 4 subs, 1 transport, and 3 destroyers, and a artillery. And then China, of course, $3, 1 dude. All right, so for the battles for the US, there is 1. We're going to come over here with a destroyer, tactical, fighter, 4 fighters from the mainland. So that is quite a force. We're going to roll this as a target select, so hopefully that ends that. And I got to get my dice tray from the other table. All right, so set that down here right on the board. We'll roll that 3 first for the target select. All right, easy battle. Dice tray goes away. German destroyer goes away. All right, so these planes will all have 2 left, so they will go 1 and 2 into Gibraltar. And that is a total of 5 fighters, isn't it? Yeah, 5 fighters and a tactical. All right, so that is the end of combat. Yay. So get those combat off there. We are going to send 3 transports. There's 1 load. There's a second load. And we're going to send... Now let's just send, I'll save that. All right, so 3 infantry, 2 artillery, 1 tank coming down, also joining the Gibraltar force. And it is quite the stack in Gibraltar and London of Allied units. 1 destroyer will slide up to 106. These ships will remain. All right. On the other side of the board, we're going to take the camera for a ride, because this bomber and 2 infantry from Western United States that has an air base that I don't have out is coming all the way around the world. So this will be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hey, wait a minute. Let's redo that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I think I counted that as 2 up there when I started. So that lands, it is a transport along with 2 more infantry. So Spain, not really Spain, but you know, that's all in Gibraltar. All right, so we'll come over here for some other movements. I got to turn it a little bit. Oh, I did have another combat. It was a walk-on combat. That red marker, always mark. I don't know how many times that has saved me. Once you start the camera, all sorts of things that you thought of go out the window. All right, so this transport, bringing in infantry and an artillery, will land on Johnson Island. So clear those out. And we've got the whole fleet. The transport, 3 infantry and, or it's 2 transports. So it's 3 infantry and an artillery land in Queensland. And all these ships. And we'll slide them. Maybe I should stack them in order so they're going to be easier to count. And the carrier, and those 2 planes. And we're going to fly 1 plane into Queensland, and the wake plane is coming back to Honolulu. Do I need to? I really don't need to keep. There's nothing up there. So yeah, I'll fly 2 planes down to Queensland. And that is the end of the U.S. movements. I'm looking to make sure I don't have any markers anywhere. All the markers have been taken care of. I did mark this convoy for Anzac. Will I remember it? Don't know. All right, so for the placement, on the west side, I've got a sub and a destroyer that's going in Sea Zone 10. So that qualifies for my 2 units on the western side. And then on the eastern side, I've got 3 subs. 2, well, I guess I could have moved that up a little higher so you could see, huh? 2 destroyers. So that'll give me 3 total. All right, so I've got a transport. And now all my factories are now upgraded to a major, so they can place 10 units. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. So plenty of room there. And that is all the U.S. placement. So that is the end of the U.S. turn. China's turn. No markers. Let's place our 1 guy. That's it for China. China collects, oh darn, $0. China will get nothing next turn. All right, let's do a recap. I have the same bonus. Philippines is still U.S. U.S. still controls, oh, Aleutian Islands are gone. I just lost $5. That is a stinker. All right, my bad. I made a huge mistake there. Well, I couldn't have got, well, I guess I could have sent a transport up there, but I didn't want to. So I got 10, 5 for east, 5 for west on placing units. I guess that's that one. And then I have all the Central America, Mexico countries and U.S. So that would be 5, 10, 15, 20. So $20. in bonuses, so I will be sitting at 72 for US. That is a stinker. All right. So now the recap of actual units. We have in C-Zone 106, 1 destroyer. C-Zone 101, 3 destroyers, 3 subs, 1 carrier, 1 cruiser, 1 transport. Eastern United States, 2 fighters, 2 anti-aircraft, 1 infantry, 1 artillery. C-Zone 103, we have 1 destroyer. C-Zone 91, we have 3 transports. Gibraltar, we have 2, 4, 5 fighters, 1 TAC, 1 bomber, that's a transport. 5 infantry, 2 artillery, 1 tank. And there is a host of other allies in there as well. And as we cross the board over to China, we added a infantry, but I don't remember how many was in that stack there. So there's 10, there's 13, so it's 14 infantry, 1 cavalry, 1 fighter. Philippines, we have 2 infantry. Queensland, 3 infantry, 1 artillery, 2 fighters. C-Zone 54, 2 transports, 2 cruisers, 1 battleship, 2 destroyers, 2 subs, 1 carrier, 1 fighter, 1 TAC. Moving on up. In C-Zone 30, we have a transport. We have infantry, artillery, Hawaiian Islands, 2 infantry, 1 AA, 2 fighters. C-Zone 8, a destroyer. C-Zone 10, a destroyer, a sub. Western United States, 4 mech and 1 AA gun. That is it, and that is a wrap for US China turn 4. It's now up to Britain, who has got less and less pieces on the board. Good luck, Britain.